What is up, my thrifty friends? Tabs here from the Urban Goddess shop. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we are doing a what sold video. The last 2 weeks have been crazy. Oh man, sales have been awesome. We are going to break down all the numbers. I have some things that I've been changing, what I think is working, what I'm sticking with, how I'm setting things up. And yeah, I'm just sharing it all. So first part of the video, we're going to go over all the items that sold. Second part, we are going to dive into the analytics. I do have a cold with a frog in my throat. I apologize. I have been putting off recording this video, hoping that my voice would come back, and it's just not. So I'm going with this. Please know it does not hurt. It's just like a frog. It's like a frog stuck in there. If you're new to my channel, I am a mom to 2 girls, a wife. I work part-time in a hospital pharmacy, and I love to sell used clothing. So here is my little space on YouTube where I share everything about my business and hopefully help you grow a side hustle reselling clothing. Okay, we're going to jump right into this. I want to start with one big wow factor number, and sales are they're going, and I think I've cracked it. We're going to talk about it later, but my total gross sales for the last 2 weeks since I did the video 2 weeks ago is $2,582. That is crazy. That is awesome. That's me working part-time, and we were gone to the mountains for 4 or 5 days in the middle there. So please trust me when I say I work part-time reselling, because that is the truth. All right, let's jump into these sales. We have a lot of good pieces. I've started to change some of my sourcing strategies. If you're watching my thrift haul videos, I'm going to pop my last one up here. I'm starting to grab some different items and hopefully change the I don't know, I guess look of my closet a little, and different priced items, and really just going back to my roots of vintage and quirky items. I'm still going to be carrying lots of modern, Aritzia, Lulu. Those are my bread and butter brands, so they're not going anywhere, but I am going to be trickling a lot more of the fun stuff that I love to sell. All right, first up, we have a Lululemon scuba hoodie. This was a heathered gray, size 4, sold for $45. I was making deals last week. So this week, sales have been really good. Last week, I had to make a lot of deals to get these sales happening. And I know that when you're listing and you're accepting offers and countering and things like that, I feel like it kind of increases more sales. So yeah, I sent out some aggressive offers. With this sweater, I just want to go over style tags as we go through this as well. So if you are listing similar items and you're I don't know what kind of style tags to use, I got you covered, okay? So what I use for style tags in a lot of my Lulu items is athletic, yoga, and I usually do gym or workout, but for this one, I did minimalist because it was just a minimalist look. It was a neutral tone. I just felt like it fell into that genre very well. So nice sale to kick off the week with. Next up is a vintage striped wool knit grandpa sweater. This was in a size XL. It sold for $49. I love these pieces. These are some of my favorite items to sell. I can usually pick them up for a pretty low cost of goods, under $10, and able to sell them $50 to $65. For this one, style tags that I used were neutral, wool, and vintage. Another 3 of my favorite style tags to put onto wool knit sweaters, especially vintage ones. I just feel like they're very searchable terms. Next sale, we have a pair of men's Lululemon The Short. They're linerless 11-inch shorts. They were in a size large. I grabbed these for Jeff, and yeah, he's I don't really like how they look. They were a different style, that was for sure, but they sold for $42. And for these ones, I had a really good cost of goods. I think Value Village missed the price, or missed the brand on these, and I ended up paying $8 for them. So that's a pretty good return on investment. Style tags that I'm using in men's athletic wears, gym, workout, athletic, pretty basic, straightforward, but very searchable style tags. Next item is another Lululemon item. I promise there's actually not that many Lulu items. I just feel like they all happened last week. So these are a pair of black leggings, speed up tights. They were 28-inch, size 4, and they sold for $48. This is definitely a little bit of an older style, so I think the price reflects it, although I have noticed certain styles of Lulu leggings, the value of them is kind of going down, but that fluctuates. Like one week I'm like, oh my gosh, I sold these for this much, and then another week I'm like selling them for whatever, right? So an item is only worth what someone is willing to pay, but this is a good flip. I like this. The older Lulu stuff I usually get at the thrift store, and I'm paying under $15. I would not pay over $15 for older Lululemon pants, personally. Next up is a vintage handmade knit V-neck men's sweater. This was in a size large. It sold for $45. I've had this one since spring, I think. And I thought it was gonna be a really quick sale last year, and it just took forever to sell. I like the colors, I like the style. I think it had so many things going for it, but it was just waiting for that, you know, perfect buyer to come along. Style tags that I like to use on this style of sweater are handmade. I always put handmade on anything that's handmade. Fisherman, because to me, this is a very coastal town type sweater. And coastal, because coastal applies to like so many different things. So to me, this is a coastal sweater. And yeah, that was like a slow burn sale. That one took a long time to sell. Next up that I used Magiscriptor for, which we're going to cover at the end, how many listings had Magiscriptor as the description. This is another item I've had for a long time, but it wasn't listed. It was actually just hanging in my room waiting to be listed like a death pile. And it's an ALC gray crew neck wool alpaca knit sweater in a medium. This is a gorgeous sweater, very cool kind of panther print on it, super soft. I don't know why I hold on to certain things. My death pile is crazy. Like it's got some gems, that's for sure. I have been using Magiscriptor for a lot of items, and I want to say it's probably because I'm lazy, because I don't want to have to find this specific sweater, find the manufacturer's description. It's just easy for me to type up a title and put it into Magiscriptor. I'm happy I did, and it sold really quick, like within a week or two, which I think is a pretty quick sale. Next is another really cool sale. I've had these listed for a while, and what changed is I relisted these using Magiscriptor, and they're a pair of New Balance 623 Dad Runners in a women's size 8. They sold for $45. I just had this super basic, like 3-sentence description about them because I didn't really know how to talk about them. I don't typically sell these, but I saw them at Value Village one day and I was like, I'm going to take a chance on these because I know they're still trending. Yeah, I am slowly working through listings, relisting, putting Magiscriptor on there, and letting it buck. Let's figure out what will sell and how much it changes the items, because this is an item I've had listed for a while and no bites on it, and on multiple platforms. I'm just shocked, actually. I thought I knew this like genre, but maybe I just had picked the wrong pair. Okay, next up is a vintage rough Hewen 80s tapestry vest. This is a women's size large. It was very unique. It had like a tropical type look to it with like music notes and like music sheet work. I just thought it was really unique. I love these kind of quirky pieces. Reminds me of the show Friends, something that I would see them wearing. It did sell for $40, and happy to see it going to a new home. I'm so excited to start showcasing more quirky, unique vintage pieces on my channel, because those are the ones that I like love. Those are the ones I really love selling. Next up, we have a pair of Lululemon Wonder Under 25-inch size 8 leggings. These ones sold for $60. They were a newer style. They had kind of like a smoky looking print to them. And yeah, I was surprised they sold for $60 because like I said, the Lulu prices have kind of been all over the place. I wasn't sure because of the print, but these really surprised me. And style tags that I used for this were tie-dye, because it kind of had that like smoky tie-dye look, gym and athletic. All right, next up is an item that I've had for a little while, And I think the thing is it was really small. So it's an Arc'teryx blue pullover technical long sleeve, and it was in a size small, and it was really like a size small. Like this is something you would layer if you're going cross country skiing or hiking in the winter. It did sell for $39, which is awesome, but I feel like I probably had a cost of goods of around $8. So not too much of a profit margin of what I'm shooting for. And I feel like I thought this had more value when I grabbed it and I didn't check comps because it was Arc'teryx, and I was like, oh yeah, this will be worth something. And then I got home and listed it, and I looked at their like suggested solds, and I was like, I was mistaken. So I think this would have been a lot better if it would have been like $5, but I'm pretty sure I paid $8 or $9 for it. But regardless, it sold and I made a profit. Some fun style tags I like to use for this one were outdoor, Gorp Core. So if you haven't used Gorp Core, that's like outdoor hiking aesthetic. It's GORPCOR. And I used athletic, but I actually think I could have used hiking in this one as well, which is another style tag that I use often when I'm doing Gorp Core type wear. Next up, we have a handmade Fair Isle sweater in like a mint green color. This was a size large. It sold for $42. I've had this item since fall, and when I sourced it, I felt like this was going to be a spring item. It had like an Easter kind of color to it, very like February, March, April tone. So yeah, I'm happy it's selling now because I'm trying to clear my sweaters through. I do not want to hold on to any more sweaters. Not that I don't want to, but they take up quite a bit of room in my inventory room. So I would like to kind of narrow them down. And I was able to do that this week with some of the sales I was running. And because I did do a silent show on winter items and sold quite a few items in that as well. All right, next up, we have a Lululemon merino wool knit sweater. This is in a lilac color, size large, and it sold for $42. This is a little bit lower than what I was anticipating for the item. I'm sure I paid about $15 or $16 for it. So again, not that really big profit margin. I have been making deals and sending aggressive offers on items because I'm just trying to move my long sleeves, my knits, my winter pieces, and not trying to, get too close to spring where I am committed to holding on to these items till next year. So yeah, good deals coming out and happy to see this one move really quickly. I think it was only listed like a week or two. Next up, we have a Lululemon scuba pullover, almost like a tie-dye teal color. It sold for $54 and it was a size medium. This item I have had for a little while, and I recently relisted it and it sold within a couple days. I do think that there is value in relisting your items, especially when you've had them listed for a while, because sometimes they just need to get bumped up into the algorithm and in front of like fresh eyes. Next, we have a pair of Lululemon lined studio pants, straight legs, size 6. And I am like hit and miss if I grab these. They have to be a good price. So for me, I have to be paying less than $10 for these. And I'm pretty sure I got these on like the 30% off sale. They did have one flaw though. They had a little tiny burn hole in the bottom, but I put it in the listing, showed a good picture of it, and they sold for $45. So there is some value in studio pants still. I think if these weren't lined, I maybe would have sat on them and listed some other items, but I'm really trying to prioritize anything that's like winter or early spring type wear, that I'm trying to get that stuff listed so it can sell. This was a quick sale. This was less than a week listed. Next up, I had a pair of Sorel Moto Nubuck brown leather boots. They were in a size 8.5. They sold for $40. This was in my 50% off winter sale. I did a silent show on the weekend and just kind of clumped a bunch of winter items into there. Starting bid was 50% off my list price. So these went pretty quick. I have had these, like I've had these ones listed for 2 months. So maybe it just wasn't a style that was as desirable. I'm not sure. And the style tags that I used for this one were leather, moto, biker, which were all very applicable to the style. So yeah, I'm not sure. The only thing was that one of the heels were like the leather patch that says Sorel. One of the leather patches was just like a little kind of rolled or disformed or whatever. But to me, nothing nothing that affected the integrity of the boot. Surprised that those took so long to sell, that they sold for $40, but happy to see them moving, make some more room for new fresh items in my closet. Next is a pair of Aritzia Babaton Cohen trouser pants. These were in a size 4. They sold for $40. I've noticed the Cohen pant, the price has really kind of fallen on them. Now, these were a different tone, like they weren't like a black or gray, which I do find sell a lot better. But in general, the Cohen pant seems to kind of be dropping down. I think everyone's looking for like the effortless and the tie front, like those are the more current styles of the pants. So I think if you're getting a good cost of goods on these pants, they're still worth picking up, but they don't hold the same value as some of the other styles have been. All right, next is a fun bundle. Oh my gosh, I love this one. It's a 3-piece bundle. I gave her a good deal on them, and there's a couple of reasons. So I'll read the 3 items and then I'll explain it. The first item is a handmade wool Aztec heavy knit sweater. I just sourced this not too long ago. It was a size large. The second item is a pair of TNA boyfriend sweatpants, size small. These actually came from one of my girls. They had worn them, said, here, Mom, can you sell these for us? And then the third item was an Aritzia Wilfred Free Vivian mini dress, medium, like in good condition, everything. So the bundle sold for $100. I really put more value in the sweater. I think I would have ideally liked to get more than $50 for the sweater, but in my mind, the sweater I did $50, and then the dress and the sweatpants I did $25 each. I was just trying to like keep the sales flowing, and that sweater, as much as it's really unique, it's also very bulky and takes up a lot of room in my bins. So I was like, I'm still making a profit. I mean, I picked that up for like $10, $12. I sold it for $50 pretty quick. And the other item is a free item, free inventory. It was my kids. And then the dress I got for a really good price. I really like this bundle. I'm sad that that sweater sold, but I'm kind of happy I'm not holding on to it anymore. Just a cool one. All right, next bundle sold for $102. In it are 2 pieces. I have an Aritzia Babaton Nicholas wool cashmere turtleneck sweater in a size extra small, and a pair of Lululemon On the Fly pants, size 2 as well. Both of these great pieces. I've had them both listed for a couple months, so happy to see this go into a bundle. Originally, I was hoping to get $130 if I did send some aggressive offers out. So yeah, just happy to see them moving. That's the name of the game, right? Moving the inventory, trying not to hoard onto stuff. I mean, some things you're trying to hold a value on, but just trying to keep things moving at this point. Next sale is a really cool one. This is a 2-piece bundle, and she liked both of these items. I put them in a bundle, sent her a good offer, and I was shocked when she accepted it because I was like, she doesn't really want both of these sweaters. Nope, she does. 2 sweaters. First one is a vintage heavy Cowichan knit jacket in a size large, and the second one, vintage handmade Cowichan West Coast sweater in a size large. So cool. Both of these items, $160. Yes, I do realize on their own individually, they are worth more than $80 each, but this is a really quick flip for me. I have about $30 in inventory into both of these items, and I just listed them like a week and a half ago. I now don't have to store these either. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm really happy with this. This was nice. This was a nice quick flip. And I'm just trying to find those items that have a really good sell-through rate that I can also get a good dollar for with low cost of goods. It's like trying to balance it all. I think we're all doing the same thing, but it's like trying to figure out what you should be picking up and sourcing. And Cowichan sweaters, to me, those are no-brainers. Style tags that I would use for that are handmade, coastal, fisherman, heavy knit. What else could you put on them? West Coast, boho if you want. Like there's just so many things that you can tag into them. All right, moving along. Next sale is an Aritzia Wilfred Nova button-down long sleeve. This was in a sage green and it sold for $45. Really happy this one sold because when I got home with the item, I was like, I don't know if this was a good buy. Fun fact, the week before this sold, Emeka wore this to high school one day. She had to do like mock interviews in one of her classes. And she was like, I want to wear something nice. And she was like, I'm going to look through your posh closet. And she picked this up. She's like, can I wear this over top of a shirt? I'm like, absolutely. Yes, you can. So it was so funny because when she brought it home, she, you know, it was nice and clean. She didn't get dirty. We just folded it up, put it back into that inventory bag, and I hadn't even put it away on the shelf, and it sold. So she was like my little good luck charm on that item. All right, moving along. We got another 2-piece bundle. This one has a pair of Lululemon Wonder Unders size 6. They are a 7/8 length. These ones I kind of regretted picking up more just on the color of them, but they were a newer style. The second item in this bundle is a pair of Fair Play pink joggers in a size 27. And these came from Lena. She used to love wearing the Fair Play joggers, and I had like 5 pairs. So I think I only have 1 pair to sell after this one sells. I had sent her an offer for 70 bucks. I was probably close to pulling those joggers and taking them to Plato's Closet, and I was happy getting $70 for the Lulu leggings. It was a win-win for both of us. All right, we got a couple more sales and an eBay sale, and then we're gonna jump into those analytics. The next sale is a pair of Wilfred Francesca check brown plaid wide leg pants. These were in a size 4. These I've had listed for a while. I'm not sure why they took so long to sell because I felt like they were a desirable pant. I did have them, actually, I do know why. I had them listed pretty high. Originally, I had them listed at $120, and I think the retail price was like $150 or $160. So I felt like, I was like, hey, well, that's still a good deal. These are pretty current. They should do well. But I think the pricing was just too high. So I dropped the price, and then immediately I had gotten an offer for $50 on them. I took it, and I'm just happy to move on because, like I said, I've had these ones listed for a couple of months now, which is longer than I like to be holding on to inventory. All right, next is a 2-piece bundle. Fun fact, I recently listed both of these items. Actually, the Elant pants I just listed, but the effortless high-waisted. So, okay, I guess I should just go through this. So first item in the bundle is a pair of Aritzia Wilfred Elant trouser pants. These were in a size 8. And the second item in this bundle was a pair of Wilfred effortless high-waisted wide leg pants in a size 10. Now, the effortless pants I have had listed since like end of November, and lots of likes, just no bites on them. I recently relisted them and used Magiscriptor in the description because I was like, I want to see what it'll pop out. And it gave me a really nice description, which I went with. The Elant pants I just listed. So this was a really cool bundle. And I'm happy when an item sells that I use Magiscriptor on because I think there is a science behind it. And I'm slowly trusting and starting to use it more for my descriptions. This bundle sold, so 2-piece bundle sold for $145. Pretty good. The Elant trousers are a little bit of an older one. I think they're kind of risky for getting like a top dollar, but those effortless pants, man, those are expensive in the store right now. All right, last sale on Poshmark is a 2-piece bundle. First item is a vintage Norvik Fair Isle ski wool sweater, like cardigan sweater in a size large. And the second item is a Free People All My Love wrap Liberty floral dress. So for the sweater, I use like Fair Isle, ski, vintage, wool. Those are all really good style tags. And for the dress, I didn't know this. I actually just learned this in spring, but Liberty floral is like that tiny little like 90s print floral. And I will always put that in. It was something I had learned from Poshmark's trends. Like, you know how they have those little today's trends? They had Liberty floral in there. And that's when I started applying it to my listings that had like the small floral print. And yeah, I think it's a good keyword to know. And this bundle sold for $100. So that was good. Last Poshmark sale, going out with a bang. I'm happy with that one. We just have one eBay to celebrate. I just started cross listing everything over to eBay. I think on the weekend. I haven't listed very many items in the last 2 weeks just because we've been super busy. So that was something I did last weekend is I sat down and I cross listed all my Lulu over to eBay. So I'm getting a lot of watchers, I'm sending offers, but this is the first solid sale that I've gotten out of it. The sweater is a Dreamweaver wrap gray cashmere blend. It's a one size fits all. I'm pretty impressed with that. It is going to someone here in Canada. I always look at to see if it's going to Canada, the US. I do ship a lot of items over the border to the US. Yeah, lots of stuff is just here in Canada as well. All right, that's the last sale. So let's jump into the fun stuff. All right, so numbers. Total sales for the last 2 weeks is $2,582. I sold a total of 78 items and the average sale price is $32.10, including 1 live show and 3 silent shows in this. I actually did not include the eBay sale into this. So I think it would raise it a little bit, but it wouldn't have had too much of an impact on it over the 78 items. I broke down the numbers from the live show that I did last week. And if you haven't watched the video, I'm going to pop it up here. This is where I kind of explain everything. I go through the process of doing a live show and I talk about all my numbers at the end. So this is something you want to learn more about. Make sure you check out that video. I'm not going to cover it today in this video, just because I did such a thorough job on Wednesday. I wanted to calculate my ASP minus the live show that I did and the 3 silent shows, just to see where I was sitting in the last 2 weeks. So my average sale price without any of the live selling or like shows is $45.08. This is a little bit lower than where I want to be. I was making a lot of deals in the last week. So not as much this week, but last week, I was cutting deals trying to get sales flowing again in my closet. My average cost of goods as well over the last couple of weeks has been about $17. It's gone down. I am switching my sourcing a bit, which is bringing my cost of goods down. There were a couple stores that I frequented often and they have raised some of their prices, and it's okay. I understand. I mean, I have no control over how they run their businesses and what they do, but it has changed how I source there and has kind of pushed me back into more thrift stores where I kind of had like a little bit of an even around. Now I think majority of my stuff is going to be from the thrift stores, and if I'm going to consignments and buy sell trades, I'm looking for items that are only a deal. I'm very cautious on taking chances, although I do, but yeah, I'm trying to get that cost of goods a little bit lower and get those unique, quirky, vintage pieces from Value Village. So yeah, I've just been playing around with things. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know where this is gonna go, but I'm here for the ride and I'm happy to pivot and try new things. And I'm hoping that this can bring sales and keep things just flowing well in my closet. Over the last week and a half, the top brands in my closet that have been selling, number 1 is Aritzia. Number 2 is handcrafted, which that makes sense because I'm sourcing a lot more handcrafted items as well. And vintage, which I'm happy to see this. I'm excited to see this because these are some items that I love to sell. Now, I think this has an impact. The reason why these 2 are ranking into my top 3 brands is because I did that winter sale and I did a 50% off silent show where I basically selected a bunch of winter items. And a lot of those items were handmade knit sweaters or vintage sweaters, and those kind of skewed the numbers there. Yeah, that makes sense to me, but I do expect to see that happening more. As I said, my sourcing is switching. Fun fact for the week, because I know you guys love these fun facts. 80% of my sales this week have been bundle offers. I have not seen this in a long time. Usually I've been seeing like just more single sale offers to likes, but yeah, huge amount of sales have been bundle offers, which is really good. I like bundles. I like making bundles. I like commenting in a bundle. I like creating bundles, and I like sending people deals. And this is where I use my shoppers actually a lot more than I used to. Okay, so those are the numbers. Those are the analytics. Let's talk about what I think, how things are changing, and what have I been doing to help get these sales, because I think I've cracked the code. Like, I think I'm figuring it out again. I think this is starting to make sense. Some of the changes that I've made, and you guys know because I talk about this often, is that I switched to Posh Sidekick. And I think, honestly, guys, this has had a very positive impact on my business. And it is the type of sharing that they do. It's not abuse sharing on the platform. They share more when, you know, when people are active on the app. It's very randomized. I think that it has a positive impact on my sales. I used Closet Tools for like 2 years before, and it's been a long time since I've seen sales like they're happening in the last couple of weeks. I still have only had one no sales day since January 10th. And that is crazy because today, right now, it is February 3rd. I am almost a month with only one no sales day. That's crazy. And I'm hearing more people say the same. So I've been getting a lot of messages from people, whether it's comments on YouTube or DMs on Instagram, but they're telling me how it has changed their business, how it was like it just flicked the light on in their closet. And I'm telling you, if I'm sharing it with you, I believe in the product. I do not share things that I think are garbage, and I would never encourage you guys to spend money out of your business if I didn't think that it would help you, whether save you time or make you more money. And I think there's also like a little bit of magic sauce into Posh Sidekick, which I am here for. I love it. I wanted to go over a couple of the settings that I have set onto mine. And if you're looking at your app and you're like, maybe I want to make some changes, here's a few settings that I've recently changed. So I have clicked on the little tab for randomized offer to likers. So now it just kind of does it random rather than at set times. I also set my discount to 20% 1 hour after. And then of course they're randomizing it from there. And then I also, this is like a fun thing. I was talking to Michael from Sidekick, and he said a cool feature that people have been turning on and having success with is sharing my closet in rainbow order. Yeah, I just think it's totally fun. So I was like, I'm down for trying anything new, and I'm going to give it a shot. I've been doing this now for like 24 hours, and we'll see how it works over the next couple of days. Okay. I got 3 changes coming to Sidekick coming up soon. I think you guys are going to want to hear these. The first one made me laugh out loud when he told me. So the first one, unfollow is coming back, and unfollow people going live. I don't know. I don't want to say everyone, but a lot of people are tired of the live notifications filling up your feed, especially when you're following, you know, everyone doing live shows. This is going to be a game changer. I personally went around, and as live notifications were popping up over the last couple of months, I've just been unfollowing people. I typically don't shop by following and the news feed. I'm looking for a specific item. It doesn't matter who has it. I'm looking for the person that has it. So if I have unfollowed you in the process, it's nothing personal. I just am cleaning up my news feed. But I think this is really cool because that means that there's going to be an option that does that for you. And then you have the choice. If I want to watch a live show, I literally will go to the live shows and see who's having a show. If I have a pocket of time and I want to hop in, that's how I'm doing my shopping. I don't get a notification and jump on my phone because I'm busy. I have a busy life. I cannot do that. If I want to hop in, it's my choice. I can look it up. I think a lot of people are going to be excited about that feature. Number 2, you're going to be able to see which items are being relisted in the coming day. And then you'll also have the opportunity to change the price on it, whether you want to increase, decrease, totally up to you. I like that because there's many times that I go in after it relists and I drop the price because I'm like, okay, it's maybe out of season, maybe this was overpriced, whatever. Sometimes I've gone in and raised the price because it's not hitting maybe the price bracket that I want it to be in. But there's like different reasons why you would do that. I also like that feature. And I don't know if you guys also heard, but they did an announcement in Canada where they're cracking down on the bulk relist feature. Good news is Posh Sidekick is not a bulk relisting, and because it is app-based, it's very safe to use. I have not seen an impact on my business using it. So yeah, I'm going to continue to use it. And relisting has become a regular part of my business. It's not something that I do like relisting my entire closet, you know, whatever, every week. I know some people do that, and I think that's the abuse part. Typically I used to relist my entire closet twice a year. I would do it once in summer, once in winter, and then that way it would cover seasons. And then sometimes if I had like slow days or I knew I couldn't list an item, I would do that. I have actually set my auto relist on my Sidekick app to 30 days. So it is now relisting items every 30 days. And yeah, I'm trying it out. I've been doing it for about a month and we'll see how it goes. And then number 3, and this is the exciting, very exciting news. I'm excited about it. I get to have a hand in the development of this, but there is a web version of cross-listing coming soon, and it's going to be available to Canadians. This is all through Posh Sidekick, Magiscriptor, the same software developers. Very exciting. Stay tuned. Of course, I will let you guys know as soon as that is available. But yeah, that's pretty exciting. Okay, so now I just wanted to quickly talk because I know everyone wants data and analytics and they want to know the numbers, right? So out of the listings that sold this week, and I didn't even look at like the live sales because I had sold a bunch of items in the silent shows that maybe I had changed the description on, but these are all the items that were not in some sort of live show. And 8 of them had unique descriptions using Magiscriptor. I have been relisting and changing descriptions on old listings, especially unique items like vintage, quirky, handmade ones. And I'm very happy with what's coming out. And I was also told to try it on some of my more modern pieces instead of always using that generic description that's written up for like that Free People item or that Aritzia item, to try using Magiscriptor for that. And I have started doing that as well, which I thought was really funny because those effortless pants sold relisted with Magiscriptor. Now, I cannot confirm that this is why this is happening. I'm just telling you, this I am using it, and I think I'm noticing a difference in sales from it. And I think it is boosting and pulling out keywords, and it's pushing it in the SEO. Now, does it all work in Poshmark? I don't know actually how it works, but I can't confirm that because none of us know how the Poshmark algorithm works or search feature, but I do know that it helps increase my items in Google search. And that's another area where I want them to rank and do well, especially with eBay. Okay, that's it. My voice is like on the fritz. I don't think I have very much left in it, but very excited to go over this stuff. Really good 2 weeks, lots of sales to cover, lots of data, lots of numbers. I hope this helps you in your reselling business. I would love to hear, how are your sales doing? Are you noticing they're picking up? Have you made any changes in your business? What are your goals for February? I have so many questions, guys. All right, drop in the comments, share your thoughts. If this video brings you value in your reselling business, make sure you give me a thumbs up and tap subscribe on the way out. All right, I am wishing you guys all many sales, and I will see you next time, hopefully with a voice. Bye. Those are like my bread and butter, but those are my bread and butter. Oh my gosh. No. Okay, I'm not gonna read that. Cancel that. Whatever. Cut that part out.